All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Crypto Hell. I woke up this morning to Bitcoin around $100,000 and took my phone out a few hours later, and we're dumping to all hell. So, welcome to Cryptocurrency 2025. Today, we will take a look at Litecoin and the potential for Litecoin to double, if not 20x, over the next few years. And if I have time, I'll make a quick update on Bitcoin. So, Litecoin. As you can see on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, according to Bloomberg Intelligence, when it comes to Litecoin, Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, HBAR, and Polkadot, Litecoin actually has the highest odds for an ETF approval at 90%, whereas Solana is at 70%, XRP is at 65%, and the coin with a picture of a dog on it is at 75%. Now, it's not too surprising that Litecoin's ETF approval probability is at 90% because the president of the United States is deeming Bitcoin to be the digital version of gold, which means there will be speculation as to what cryptocurrency is going to be silver to Bitcoin's gold. And it's most likely going to be Litecoin. After all, as you can see on the chart, Litecoin is most likely going to be labeled as a commodity. On top of that, Litecoin was created as a lighter, faster version of Bitcoin with faster block times and lower fees. Also, obviously, Litecoin maintains similar supply mechanics to Bitcoin. Litecoin has a max supply of 84 million coins compared to Bitcoin's 21 million. And Litecoin is used more for payments and transactions, which is similar to how boomers view the relationship between silver and gold, where gold, like Bitcoin, is a scarce store of value, and silver, like Litecoin, is used for transactions. Probably a conversation for another day, but if you view silver like a transactional currency, you literally think like a caveman. Anyway, let's move on to the price targets. In any asset class, there are two types of corrections, a time based correction and a price based correction. An example of a price based correction on the Litecoin chart would be the 2014 bear market, where the price of Litecoin crashed from $63 to 50 cents. On the flip side, an example of a time-based correction on the Litecoin chart would be the price action over the past 8 years, where the price of Litecoin has done nothing but trade in a sideways range. So, what actually gives me confidence to say that Litecoin will double, if not 10 to 20x, over the next few years? So we can use an aspect of Elliott wave theory, a bullish triangle, to map out potential bull market price targets. As you can see on the chart, before entering the triangle, price action was to the upside, so we can eliminate the possibility of a bearish triangle forming. Now, each of these A, B, C, D, E waves are supposed to be made of three wave structures, and we can use Fibonacci ratios to map out the exact target at which this D wave should top out at. Now, on this channel, we've used golden ratios 1 million times, and we'll use the same strategy here. So let's take a three-wave extension and take out some price labels. So yeah, that's our base case that Litecoin for the rest of this year tops out between $271 and $324 before entering a bear market along with the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Only in the next market cycle, in this case, would Litecoin 20x and hit above 2K. So the alternative scenario is the bull case, which suggests that both the D and E waves of the Elliott wave triangle are already complete, which in my opinion are not, because this looks way out of proportion, but because both the D and E waves can be interpreted as three-wave structures, let's roll with it. The only scenario where I'd consider Litecoin to hit $2,581 this market cycle is if Litecoin breaks above the supply trend line and above the B wave pivot at $413.91. As of right now, I favor the base case a lot more, mainly because of the Litecoin against Bitcoin valuation. So, moving into the Litecoin against Bitcoin chart, I still believe that Bitcoin is going to top out around $175,000 this market cycle, as explained in the last video. So, that's roughly almost a double from current prices. If Litecoin were to hit $2,500 this market cycle, that'd resemble roughly a 20x from current prices. So, Litecoin would have to outperform Bitcoin by a factor of 10 or go up 900%. Now, if you take a look on the screen, I already mapped out the historical Litecoin against Bitcoin rallies. As you can see, the Litecoin against Bitcoin valuation has never rallied more than 693%. So if I'm going to consider the bull case, that means I'd have to believe this chart is going to do something it's never done before and outperform Bitcoin by a factor of 10. I doubt it, and that's why I favor the base case where I believe Litecoin will only rally to roughly $300 this market cycle. That being said, I do believe the Litecoin against Bitcoin valuation has formed a potential long term bottom because it has tagged two golden ratios with a very nice long bottoming tail on the current monthly candle. Like I said, Litecoin will eventually hit over 2K. It's just going to take multiple years into the next bull market cycle. So if we take a look at the shorter term time frames, we can see that during the February altcoin flash crash, Litecoin completed a double zigzag WXY correction, bottoming at the 1 to 1, the 1 to 1.618 fib extensions, as well as the blue 200 daily moving average, which is very bullish. Also, Litecoin is one of the few altcoins that has had a significant bounce this month. A lot of altcoins are barely above their February low and are actually threatening to break those lows right now. So Litecoin is showing strength here compared to the rest of the altcoin market. Now moving into the 4-hour time frame, we can see a potential rising wedge forming, which is bearish. I'm not a short-term trader, but don't be surprised if Litecoin experiences some bearish price action over the next few days. Let me just draw some Fibonacci levels real quick. As long as Litecoin holds above $90, I'm bullish on Litecoin, hitting 300 plus for the rest of the market cycle. Now, you may be wondering, why am I owning an altcoin when I only expect it to double in price? Well, the answer to that question is I could be wrong. Trading is ultimately a game of probabilities, and Litecoin could hit the bullish case it hit 2.5K this market cycle. I'd be stupid to not potentially have exposure to an asset that can 20x this year. Plus, Litecoin has stood the test of time in the cryptocurrency market to the point where institutions are filing for Litecoin ETFs. Litecoin isn't like millions of modern day altcoins which get rubbed after a few hours of trading. On top of that, I can't name any blue chip stocks, indexes, real estate, precious metals, collectibles, or any fixed income securities that are going to potentially 20x over the next year. SoFi and Alibaba stock were the only two stocks we thought were undervalued and trading in accumulation in Q4 of last year if you watched the last upload in 2024. And SoFi and Alibaba have both doubled since we recommended it. So, like I said a few days ago, finding value in today's market is hard, and we are approaching the end of this bull market. All right, that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one.